I still remember the way she knocked, 3 soft, uneven taps that barely reached the other side of the door. When I opened it, my twin sister stood there trembling beneath a hood. Then she lifted her head, and I saw everything. A split lip. Bruises blooming along her jaw. Fear where her laughter used to live. My breath stopped. Who did this? She didn't answer. She didn't need to. I already knew. Daniel. Her husband. The polished, charming lawyer who once stood at our wedding table and joked, "I got lucky twice, I married the better twin." Everyone laughed back then. We thought it was harmless. But that night, nothing was harmless. She was shaking as she told me what had been happening for months. The accidents, then the discipline, the control, the isolation, the slow erasing of her life. She said she had nowhere else to go. I remember hugging her, feeling her ribs sharp under my hands. And in that moment something cold and precise settled inside me. Not fury, clarity. People always said we were identical. Same eyes, same voice, the same birthmark at the collarbone. She wore softness. I wore control. But underneath, we were mirrors. So when I said, "Let me handle it," she looked terrified. "Don't. He'll kill you." "No," I told her. "He'll see you." The plan formed cleanly. I knew his routines, his arrogance, the blind spots created by his need to dominate his world. My sister went to a safe house. And I stepped into her life like slipping into a familiar coat. I moved into their home wearing her clothes, her perfume, her quietness. He didn't suspect a thing. Men like him rarely see what they don't own. The first night he snapped, "Dinner's cold again." I answered softly, "I'll fix it next time." He scoffed and ate, never noticing the way I watched him, every gesture, every flicker of ego. But I didn't want to simply hurt him. I wanted him to come apart. His secrets were easy to find: hidden accounts, disguised bribes, a mistress. I photographed everything, copied passwords, forwarded evidence to an anonymous inbox. Then I began to nudge his confidence loose, thread by thread. I changed the lock screen he swore he remembered, moved his belongings, left faint marks on my own neck, believable, subtle. When he confronted me, I whispered, horrified, "You did this last night." His confusion was instant. I saw the crack appear in his certainty, the beginning of fear. By week 3 he was unraveling. His firm questioned missing funds. His mistress stopped answering. He barely slept. He paced the house at night muttering, "She's doing something to me." One evening I stood in the doorway and said softly, "Maybe you're just losing control." He spun around, eyes bloodshot. "You think I don't know what's happening?" I smiled. "No, Daniel. That's exactly the problem. You never knew." The night it finally ended, I made sure he was awake. I wore her favorite blue dress, the one he forbade her to wear because it drew attention. He stared. "Why are you dressed like that?" "For the police," I said. He frowned. "What?" I lifted my phone. "You'll want to sit." I played the audio, his threats, his shouting, the crack of a blow echoing through their hallways. Then the photos, the accounts, the transfers. His face drained. "You can't prove." "I can," I said. "And I will." Right on cue, the knock came. Detectives entered. They already had everything. As they cuffed him, he finally looked at me, really looked. His eyes traced the line of my jaw, the steady way I held his gaze. Recognition hit him like a blow. "You're," he began. "No," I said quietly. "I'm not her." My sister watched from the car as they took him away. Her hand trembled in mine. "You could have been hurt," she whispered. I was careful. "He knows it wasn't me now." "Good," I said. "Let him remember that." 6 months later, he was sentenced: fraud, assault, obstruction. His career gone. His reputation scorched. My sister rebuilt slowly, painting again, smiling again, breathing freely again. I moved on too. But some nights, I think about the exact moment he realized the truth, realized that the woman standing in front of him wasn't his victim, but his reckoning. Before they dragged him out, he sneered, "So you saved her?" I leaned close. "No," I whispered. "I replaced her." And he never forgot who took her place.